33 years, $4.5 billion in transactions. So I've been around the track more than once. And the fact is, there's nothing I haven't seen out there. And so that experience, you can't put a price tag on that experience. I've seen the good deals, the bad deals, the expensive deals, the no money deals, the all cash deals. You name it, I've seen it. And what has allowed me to do is crystallize some methods for people in any situation to start climbing out. And if you're stuck in a 9 to 5 job, you know you got some golden handcuffs on because you can't go anywhere because you're stuck with that 9 to 5. But if
Exactly.
you start investing in real estate, you make 2 or 3 good, smart moves, and you're out of that rat race. You've graduated. And that's what I'm helping people do.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to Investor Fuel Podcast. I'm your host, Leonardo Wehdeking, and today I'm joined by someone I've been looking forward to chat with. His name is Daron Campbell, and who's been making serious moves in the real estate space. Daron, glad to have you here, man.
Glad to be here, my friend. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you're approaching real estate and capital, and also building relationships nowadays.
That's right. That's right.
So,
I used to have a show I used to watch. I don't even remember what the show was, but it says at the end of the show or the beginning of the show, it said, if you're not careful, you just might learn something. So that's what we're going to do today.
exactly, exactly. All right. So let's just dive in. So first of all, for people who may not be familiar with your world, can you please give us a short version on what's your main focus these days?
Okay, so as a real estate professional for the last 33 years, I've been both a real estate agent, a real estate investor, and what they call a syndicator, which is somebody who puts real estate deals together, raises capital, buys opportunities, and lets people kind of ride along with the investment. So, but my primary role, my biggest role is teaching people how to become real estate investors, whether they have the capital or the credit or not. And it's kind of a myth I'm trying to dispel that you need a bunch of money to become a real estate investor, or you need perfect credit to become a real estate investor, or you need 2 years of tax returns showing that you make $500,000 a year to become a real estate investor. Those are not true. You can buy real estate wherever you are right now, regardless of how much money you have in the bank or what your credit score is.
For sure, for sure. Now, and what markers are you operating right now?
My favorite market is Southern California, so LA, Ventura County, Riverside County, and then I love the Las Vegas market. And but I have mentees, I have students in about 30 different states. So what I do it travels. No matter where you are in the US or Canada, you can do what I'm doing.
All right. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about your presence in all 50 states? Like, do you have investors and do you participate, in different investment groups through the whole 50 states?
Well, I currently don't own in all 50 states, but I have a presence in all 50 states because I have the unique opportunity of being part of a real estate brokerage that's in all 50 states. So what that does with my teaching and my mentorship business, it means if I get a new student or a new mentee in Texas, I have a network in Texas who we can say, hey, this is what we want to buy in Texas. This is what we're looking for in the state of Texas. And so, could you access that for us? Help us access that so that my mentee and I can begin his investing career in Texas. You could be in any state of the U.S. and I have access to boots on the ground in whatever state that is, so no matter where you are, we can find your investment opportunities, creative investment opportunities in real estate, wherever that is.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
All right. Hey, I love that. Now, one thing, Darren, that really caught my attention about you was the way that you've been able, to learn from and also create, different scenarios from the different groups that you are in. Can you give us, like a little bit more specifics into that topic?
Well, I am an aggressive, active group joiner, Leo. So everywhere I go, every city I go to, I look for the local real estate investing club. And I actually get asked to speak all over the country at real estate investment meetings and clubs and real estate associations for real estate agents and real estate investors. And I belong to some networking organizations. There's one called Young Presidents Organization I'm a member of, a bunch of mastermind groups I belong to. But the easy way for somebody to like kind of get us some cheap education about real estate investing is you can Google real estate investing clubs in Kokomo. And I guarantee you there's a real estate club in your town, in your city. And they're usually, maybe $5, $10 to go to the meeting and go to the networking meeting. And in that meeting, you'll meet 5, 10, 20, 50 people, all of whom are interested in investing in real estate. And you can just pick up so many tips from those folks. And in those groups, hire me, fly me in to speak all over the country to talk about methods. Because what I do is I specialize in methods that help you creatively get involved in the real estate space. If you're sitting on $1 million, Leo, in cash, you could go buy real estate and there's no issue, no problem. But if you don't have a bunch of extra cash and you don't have a 790 FICO score, you go, well, maybe I'm left out of the game. I can't play the game. That's not true. So what I do is I focus on teaching people who might not have all the perfect credentials and all the cash in the bank and show them that they can invest in real estate as well. And you can win this game doing it.
Okay. Hey, that's actually interesting. And that's not an easy task to do nowadays,
You got to
especially with
know.
rates going up, especially, I'm going to tell you from my own experience in Florida. Florida is a market that, it's not an up and down market. It's always going up, because of um the demand that
Population growth. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people are trying to move over there. So most of them, they don't know what you know.
That's
So
right.
that's actually where you actually come in. You have a bunch of people that they have money because people, when they go to Florida, they have money, especially when
Yeah.
it comes about real estate. They want to invest and they want to get, some equity or some profit out of their investment, so that's actually pretty good what you do, you know
It's,
um
it's beautiful because in markets like Florida, you got so much going on, so much activity. that you might think, oh, prices just keep going up and up. I'm getting priced out. The more I sit on the sidelines, the more out of reach it becomes. But that's why we focus on helping people get in the game. You got to be in the game in order to win the game. And so that market's going to keep running away from you unless you get in it. Now, once you're in
Exactly.
it, you're riding the wave like everyone else, going up with it. But the longer you stay out, the further away it gets from your reach. So I help people get in the game.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So somebody who starts mentoring with me tomorrow will own some real estate before the end of the year. That's the promise I make to people.
Hey, that's actually what listeners want to hear. All right. You know, they want
Well, they
to,
need to know that it's
they
possible.
want to actually, they want to actually give their time to a rock star like you know, someone who knows the market, someone who's been in the market for a long time, like you have been. I have over here that you have over more than 10 years in the industry, right?
You're wrong, Leo. 33 years. 33
33
years.
years.
$4.5 billion in transactions. So I've been around the track more than once. And the fact is, there's nothing I haven't seen out there. And so that experience, you can't put a price tag on that experience. I've seen the good deals, the bad deals, the expensive deals, the no money deals, the all cash deals. You name it, I've seen it. And what has allowed me to do is crystallize some methods for people in any situation to start climbing out. And if you're stuck in a 9 to 5 job, you know you got some golden handcuffs on because you can't go anywhere because you're stuck with that 9 to 5. But if
Exactly.
you start investing in real estate, you make 2 or 3 good, smart moves, and you're out of that rat race. You've graduated, and that's what I'm helping people do.
All right, perfect. Now, Darren, what's been the key to keeping that machine running smoothly, like the way you do? Okay, what is the recipe for it?
It starts with your mindset, Leo. Number one, first you got to understand that these creative deals exist. They exist. And two, you got to understand that if this guy Darren from the south side of Chicago, a single parent household, could do it, so could you. And once people get that belief, they go, man, if he could do it, I could do it. I mean, that's kind of why I resonate with people. That's why they like bringing me to their stage because, that's a pretty regular guy right there. And if he could do $4.5 billion worth of real estate transactions, then maybe I could own 5 houses myself, or maybe I could own that apartment building myself. And I'm living proof that you could do it. You can get there from wherever you are to the promised land. And the promised land is financial freedom. That's what it is.
No, yeah, totally. I'm totally agree with you. One of the things that I liked what you just mentioned, it's having the right mindset, you know. So it's that's actually one of the most important things, in this business and in every business, in every task that you want to get on board, you need to have the right mindset. All right.
Well,
Now,
think about it like this, Leo. Bill Gates wasn't born rich. Jeff Bezos wasn't born wealthy. Elon Musk wasn't born wealthy. They created that wealth because they weren't afraid. They were aggressive. They took the shots. They took the chances. And, I love what Wayne Gretzky always said. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You got to wake up and be in the mood to take some shots. And if you take some
exactly.
calculated shots, all you gotta do is win once. And you're out of the
And
rat
you're
race.
out.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Now, um, I know that every operator has a moment where things got real. Okay. Maybe a deal
Yeah.
that went sideways or a time they had to pivot fast. Now, can you share a little bit, from your experience, obviously?
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, the beautiful thing about my resume, Leo, is I've been on the roller coaster. I've seen the top of the roller coaster and I've seen the bottom of the roller
the
coaster.
bottom ones, exactly.
Oh man. And anybody that's a massive success will tell you about their failures as fast as they'll tell you about their victories. Anybody that says I've never failed, I never got bumped in the head, I never lost, is usually lying to you. Because the fact is, the most successful folks are the ones that not never fail. They fail and then they get back up and they take another shot. And I just watched a little interview with a guy. He's on his 20th business. He didn't become wealthy until he started business number 20. Means he failed 19 times, but he got up 20.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And this one he just sold for 52 million bucks. So he's okay now, but he had plenty of failures to go along with it. I personally, I've learned all the lessons. I'll give you one real quick one in particular. Me and some investors bought a property that was going to be a great flip. We were going to make probably somewhere north of $1 million in profit on it. However, we got in bed with a lender that was not very good. That was not very friendly. They were not, I don't know. We think the lender sort of had it in for us because we had a construction account over here. And we were supposed to, every time we spend the money, we buy new windows, we buy new floors, we go back to them and say, hey, look, we just spent $30,000. Give us 30,000 of our construction money. They'd come out, take their time and come out and look. And then they go back and they issue us $10,000. I go, but wait a minute, I just spent $30,000. You can't just give me $10,000. They go, well, that's all we're allocating. And so what they were doing was sort of slow dripping our money. We're paying interest on that money, by the way, but they're slow dripping it back to us to slow down our project on purpose. Because at the end of 1 year, you got to pay them for their money again. You got to renew the loan. And so then after 1 year happened, they said, okay, that'll be $72,000 to renew the loan. And then they slow drip the money again. And so we're bleeding trying to finish the project while they're over here holding the money and charging us interest on the money. So anyway, that was a big, expensive, ugly lesson. And it got me totally upset. And it got a bunch of my investors totally upset. And lesson learned. You better know who you're borrowing money from. So that was an expensive one for me.
Yeah, I believe that we all learn, from our mistakes. Okay,
Yeah.
so for me, uh, I wouldn't say failure, but you know, being rejected and failure, you know, it just makes you stronger. Okay,
Yeah.
like you said, the person that actually, like tried for 19 times and on the 20th, boom, he made the deal. Right? It's the same. It made me remember one video that I was watching the other day that Walt Disney was rejected like 300 and something times. This writer from Harry Potter,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
she also was rejected
Every
like
publisher,
times.
every
E-
publisher told her no.
Exactly. So what did they do? They had a right mindset. They knew what they want.
And they
So
didn't give up. They
even
kept
if they
trying.
yeah, they kept trying. So that's what we need to do over here. We need to keep on trying. And hey, that's actually the kind of stuff that people don't like to talk about enough. They always like to highlight what they've done, and their achievements. Okay. But they don't want to share, their negative
Right.
experiences, and
Right.
honestly, that's what separates the folks who just dabble from the ones who stay in the game long term you know
And I'll tell you this, I think you learn more from those losses than you do the victories. So, you know,
yeah, when a
that
victory comes, everything is happiness.
and you're a
Oh,
genius. If it all
exactly.
works out, you're a genius. So everything I did must have been right. But if you miss or you fail or you don't quite make the mark that you projected, now you're stuck having to look in the mirror and you put everything under a microscope and say, where did I go wrong? And that's where you learn the most. So, like they say, there's no losses, only lessons. Well, that's where the
Exactly.
best lessons are, and the things that don't quite go the way you had anticipated. That's where I've learned the most, for sure.
Correct, correct. Now, Darren, let me ask you this. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next in your business?
Well,
What's
we're
the
about
next real goal for you?
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 1,000 people and I'm going to get them in the real estate game. I'm going to mentor 1,000 people and they're going to all become real estate investors and eventually real estate moguls. And so the key to that, Leo, is I don't give you a fish. I'm going to teach you how to fish.
How to
And I'm going
fit.
to mentor 1,000 people and teach them how to fish. Because once you learn what I know, you can't unlearn it. Once you hear what I say, you can't unhear it. And so I'm going to show people how to buy real estate aggressively and creatively, no matter where they live, no matter what financial position they're in, and you can't unlearn it. Now it's on you to go out and make that fortune because I taught you how. And I showed you that you could do it too. And I showed you that it didn't matter where you were born and how much money your parents have or where you grew up, you could still do this. Now that's the challenge, boy. People are like, oh man, now I know this stuff. I better do it. It's the beautiful thing. But I'm going to do that for 1,000 people. 1,000 people who are willing to invest a little bit in their real education, a real education that'll change the trajectory of their life and their children's lives. That's my mission. I was put here to do that.
Wow, that's very big. That's very big, especially when you have already got your business in place. Um, Now the next move can either compound things or create chaos depending on how you play it. But I'm pretty sure that you're gonna play it well, okay? Because you have the expertise and you have the years to back you up, okay?
Exactly.
So now I
Like I
know.
said, that comes from having made all the mistakes and being able to tell you, here's what not to do.
Exactly, that's right. Now, I know that a lot of people listening are either earlier in their journey or looking to level up and you know, think they'll benefit from hearing this. All right. Now, when it comes about building relationships and growing up your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
You probably couldn't tell, but I like to talk, right? So the biggest difference for me is I'm the squeaky wheel. I'm not afraid. And the reason I started, a lot of people say, hey, you're a coach or you're a teacher. No, I'm not. I'm a mentor. And the reason I call it a mentorship is because the most influential people in my life have been mentors, have been people who were doing the thing that I wanted to eventually do. That's what a mentor is, a guy or a girl who is doing the thing that you want to do. And then they allow you to model them. They allow you to tell you how to avoid the pitfalls and the potholes. And so I have created a mentorship so that people who are really willing to do the work. Hey, and there ain't no get rich quick scheme, Leo. So any of your people watching and going, hey, make me rich tomorrow morning. I'm not the guy. I'm not that guy.
That's not gonna happen.
But if you're willing to invest a little bit in your own self betterment, your own financial education, and you're willing to do the work, and it doesn't have to be crazy work. I teach people how to do this in an hour a day, 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week. You could do this. You could begin your real estate investing career part time. And eventually by year number 2, year number 3, year number 4, you could fire your boss. How about that?
Yeah, no, and you know what? That's something that you cannot fake. when
No,
you when you actually invest in yourself to become better, because obviously, look, even on the Bible, God didn't create the world in one day. He took 7 days to do it. So everything, it's a process, and in order for you to be on the wheel, okay, you need to prepare yourself.
that's right. You got to move
All
your feet. You got
right?
to move your
Exactly.
feet, or the wheel's going to run you over. So you got to be prepared to take some action. Now, the best action to take is properly directed action, guided action from who? From an expert who's already done it. So whatever you want to do in life, go find somebody that's doing the thing. And here's what I found out also, Leo: the most successful people are the greatest mentors because they'll mentor you and you're no threat to them. They're not worried about it. So the people that I've gone to and say, could you teach me how you do that real estate deal? Could you teach me how you bought that apartment building? They gave the advice so willingly and so happily. Because you know why? I'm no threat to them. They don't get. They're not worried about me. This guy owns my first mentor. He owns about $800 million worth of real estate. Am I a threat to him at all? No. So he'll open up the books and show me exactly what he did, item by item by item, with no remorse whatsoever. Because I don't threaten him at all. And so the most successful people love being mentored.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Now, Daron, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out, connect with you, maybe collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
There's two ways, and I think I'm learning that Instagram might be everybody's favorite way. I'm just Daron Campbell at Instagram, Daron Campbell, like Campbell soup. That's my Instagram handle. And then you could always just email me at daroncampbell@gmail.com. Either one of those. As a matter of fact, Leo, for your people, I have an ebook and I'll give it to them for free. All you got to do is DM me on Instagram, ebook, or email me at Daron Campbell at Gmail, ebook, and I'll send them my ebook for free. It's all about creative real estate acquisition. And I'll give it to them because you need to at least know that this stuff exists. And then if you want to take it a little deeper, you can talk to me or one of my coaches and we can take it a little deeper. If you want to be mentor, we can take that a little deeper. But just with no obligation, no nothing, I'll give this book away for free because I need more people to know. I need more people to know.
Perfect, perfect. Well, listen, Daron, I really appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. Okay, we need more people in this space who are doing it the right way. All right. So thanks again for being here on the show, and for those of you tuning in, if you got value from this, make sure you're subscribed. We got more conversations coming up with operators just like Daron. Okay, who are out there building real businesses. All right. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks, Theo.
Welcome to the Investor Fuel Real Estate Investing Show, where I interview the nation's top real estate entrepreneurs, industry leaders, and other amazing entrepreneurs to help educate and inspire you to take your business and your life to the next level. My goal is to add tremendous value to you during every single episode of this show. If you get value, I'd love it if you subscribe on your favorite podcast player, subscribe on YouTube, and my very favorite, please share this with your community so we can impact even more entrepreneurs. Let's start today's show.